This is Lindsay Ryan from Worthy Existence and Coco from Home. So today we are exploring this notion of positive self-talk. Does it work? How do we generate it if we are generally a pessimist? And do we need to repeat it a billion times for it to be functioning like it's supposed to? Or do we just say it and then magically we believe it? So I think that there is actually a lot of research out here about this, but I just keep using the ratio of 4 to 1. 4 to 1 being for every negative thing you experience about yourself, you need 4 positive things to counterbalance it. And me being a generally pessimistic person heard that ratio and was like, well, shit, what am I going to do? Because, like, for every negative thought, I have 5 more, and then maybe a positive one will float by, and I'll say, no, that was just way too much, and just let it keep going. So, I don't know about that ratio, but I do know about self-hate. And I do know that there's a lot more internal dialogue that is negative than positive first starting out with a lot of people. We're kind of taught that in our society, like that humility piece of, you know, if someone says, oh, good job, or oh man, I really like that shirt, or like cool haircut, or anything positive about us, we are taught to say, oh, you know, it's nothing, like, oh, thanks for noticing, but really, like, it's not anything special. And I think for me, that's where some of the negative self-talk came from, because the things that I would do, sometimes they were cool and sometimes they were special, but I was never allowed to acknowledge that. And so that, you know, again, generally being a pessimistic person, it was difficult to switch my thoughts to I am worthy, or I do a good job, or I am smart and intelligent, or even like I'm pretty or I'm beautiful. That was one you know, still most days it's like, oh, okay, are we going to pick that one, or are we just going to be like, you still look like trash? So really, it's an active choice, I think. Positive self-talk has to be an active choice. Starting out, when I started using more positive language to describe myself internally and externally, I had to kind of fake it to make it, because it was really difficult and I did not believe the words. I did not believe I was worthy. I did not believe that I would ever be enough. I did not believe I was beautiful or smart or really worthy of anything. And, you know, I did just at one point take a leap of faith saying, well, this negative thinking sure as hell isn't making me feel better. So let's try this positive stuff. And, you know, I would have something come up that says, oh my God, you spelled that wrong on a post and somebody called you out. You are so stupid. But instead of going down that rabbit hole, I would then say, but you're enough. Everybody misspells things. And if they don't, great, but there's something else that they don't do perfectly as well. And so I almost would have to rationalize the self-talk. Oh, there's an alarm. I would have to rationalize the self-talk. But really, at some point, that's where we have to start. So, in an effort not to make this too long, because there will be other videos and blogs on this, is neutral or positive statements. What do you guys use? What do you think would be best starting out for you? For me, it had to be neutral, because something positive would just have been too much and I would have like keeled over twitching on the floor. So I had to start with something like, I could be as worthy as the next person, or today I'm okay, or something neutral like that, where it wasn't like set in stone. So if I said I'm enough and then I had a crash and burn moment where I didn't feel like enough, it didn't feel inauthentic. So for you guys, what positive statements could be true about yourself? If you are like me, and that's a really hard concept for you, what do you think others would say about you that's positive? And maybe allow yourself to sit in that just for 5 seconds. Like, don't even do this for a whole minute, because like sometimes that's unattainable. Is just ponder that, kind of let it slip off your tongue. You know, others would say, I'm this. And then sit with that before you go immediately into but, or no, that's not right. So go ahead and leave that in the comments below, is what neutral or positive statement would describe you that you're working on believing. All right. Have a great day. We are worthy. Yeah. See ya.